Bon dia.
It's 4:30 in the morning and we are at a train station.
So this is Luena train station, and this is a train that is going all the way from East Angola to the western coast. So our friend Samir Bhai is actually helping us get on this train. The station looks so deserted right now, but everybody's getting ready to board. Already on the move. हाँ समीर भाई, हाँ हो गया. ओके ओके बाय.
We've got food for the train.
So if you remember from our last vlog in Luena, we could not get tickets while at the train station because the ticketing was already closed for the day. However, we got on this train this morning on the advice of Samir, our Indian friend, and also based on the advice by the officers at the train station that we could just come on board and buy a ticket here.
It felt so weird boarding the train without a ticket and getting to know that all the seats are already sold
Yeah,
out.
and it was so uncertain until just like 2 minutes before the train started moving
Yeah.
that we got assigned these two random seats.
First they assigned us on random seats and we were far away and somehow we convinced the person next to Navneet to swap seats with me.
Yeah,
So now
and
we're sitting together.
once we got here, the train started moving, and about 5 minutes later, a bunch of conductors came. They began checking everybody's tickets. Somebody got in trouble, but then we ended up answering that we didn't have a ticket, but we were told to come and buy here.
I was so scared that because of the language barrier they would misunderstand and fine us or
Yeah,
something.
but they were super friendly. They charged us the same fare as if we would have bought it outside
I was also worried
at
that
the
they
train
would-
station,
Yeah.
and we paid about 7,350 kwanza per person, which is somewhere around $9 or so, $9 US.
735
Yeah.
Indian rupees.
735 Indian rupees. And now we are I think we just parked at the next station, and we decide to use the opportunity to talk because otherwise it's really loud.
We have an AC right behind us and it's so damn cold.
Yeah, it's super cold.
I'm
And
wearing a sweater, a shirt, a sweater and a jacket.
I'm just making do with my shirt for now. Anyways, this train will take, I think, about 8 hours or more.
It started at 5 o'clock in the morning and it's supposed to reach around 3 o'clock in the afternoon at a place called Cuito.
I mean, that is almost 10 hours of travel. But the distance is only about 450 or 500 kilometers.
But
And-
traveling in this train feels so much more luxurious than the cramped Land Cruisers we were traveling in the
Yeah,
last
this,
few days.
this is actually very nice. And a lot of people told us trains in Angola are really, really nice. Like, they're very commonly used. They're also much more affordable than using road transport and flights.
Yeah, this is actually a first class. This is how it looks. But they also have a middle class and a third class.
Yes.
The
And-
tickets of which are much more cheaper. I think the third class sells at 2,000 or 3,000 pounds.
So while the pricing is made for locals to access it even more, the foreigners are not really charged anything extra. Everybody is charged pretty much the same ticket. So this is what premier class looks like. We are in two very comfortable reclining chairs, seats, and we actually have two TV screens ahead, but they're not working right now. As you can see, this one is also off, and so is that one. And we also get like two tray tables where we can put down food, stuff. So this is what's the setup like. So we have one here and one here, And this is the kind of legroom we get. There's enough space to actually sit very comfortably. There's also a foot stand there, but we right now kept our bags here
We
because
can also keep our backpacks on top, but we have kept it here.
yeah, we didn't really get enough length for this backpack here. But yeah, it's super comfortable so far. The seat has leather on it, so it's really, really nice as such.
And chilly.
Yeah, it's really cool. So we got our food out. And
This
now
is
just-
actually yesterday night's dinner. I just wrapped it up in the morning and now we're having it for breakfast. Now there's so many people on this boat selling different kinds of things like fishes, eggs, sodas, groundnuts. I'm still waiting for my coffee.
so much sale. You want to buy a watch?
Watch, yeah. Selling a watch and groundnuts.
Watch and groundnuts.
This store is so big. They have a sliding door for the washroom and a lock. And once you come inside this, I was surprised to see how big it was. It's so big, it's like so much space. You can actually walk around. They have a commode and even these rails for support. They have a mirror, a sink. I don't think there's water in the tap, and that is why they've kept this huge drum filled with water. And there's a window here. And this is the view.
Cassava?
Es señora, que es 50.
5. 50.
500.
Oh, so many. Just ask for 100. Ask for 100. One is no.
¿Es un bombo?
Ah.
Sim, Tovi. Não vai. Sim, não tem.
Obrigado.
Nada.
So we just got some fried cassava. It's a very common vegetarian snack here in Africa. But we've been finding it a lot more here in Angola. Isn't it? No? It smells so weird. I think it's... What is it?
It's too strong. It's too raw. It's not fried. I think it's just barbecued or something.
The smell,
It's too strong.
smell isn't right. Something wrong.
Could be just a we're still on our way. I think it will take another 2 hours to reach.
Yeah, we still have another 100 kilometers or a bit less than that until our destination, which is Cuito, the provincial capital of the province of Bie. So we just noticed one thing. The entire journey we've just been rolling downwards. Like from Luena all the way here, most of the feeling that we had was like as if we were rolling downhill. And we also got to see that there's a lot of windy riverines everywhere. A lot of tiny windy rivers flowing just across like this, and a lot of swampy marshland. And at that point, we realized a lot of this land also would have gone through a mining clearance, which is how they laid these tracks. Because Angola, through its civil war, there was a lot of actual warfare during the Cold War here with Russia and Cuba on one side and America and the West on the other. All of these lands were insanely bombarded and laid with landmines. And we also noticed many people along this way who only had one limb, like one leg or just one hand instead of two, or fingers that were just absent. It was just the hand without the fingers. A lot of these people are victims of landmines. Basically, they did not know that there were landmines there, and they walked across, and then it had blown up, and then that's how they lost some of their limbs. So it's really sad to know about all of this, but at the same time, this part of Angola, I don't think we would have ever seen if we had come by flight or come across from Namibia. I guess coming from Zambia really made a big difference to how we got to see this intensely beautiful side of Angola. Railway line that starts from Luau, which is near the Congolese border, goes all the way to the Atlantic coast, ending at Lobito. This entire line is actually 1,300 kilometers long. It makes it the longest railroad here in Angola.
And what, it should take more than 24 hours for this entire journey?
Starting from Luena, we are expecting to reach about 400 kilometers by midday. But if you go from start to end, it definitely takes a very long time. And this train line was also connected to a larger Pan-African railway network. The whole intention was to have a Cairo to Cape Town railway and also a railroad that went from west to east in Africa. And this specific rail line was initially supposed to connect all the way through Congo and even reach Dar es Salaam. So that would have made it a very, very long journey and cutting across the entire southern region and eventually reaching from the western end, which is currently at the coast, going all the way down south to Cape Town, South Africa. So this would have been a very expansive network, but not a lot of it exists. However, the line to Congo is still very much active because the Angolan side goes all the way to the border, but on the Congolese side, most of it is disrupted. So you can't really find trains moving around. Another thing we learned is that when Angola went through the civil war from 1975 after getting independence from Portugal, all the way up to 2000, most parts of the railway network were actually blown up. So that's how we see a lot of sections which have now been rebuilt. The rebuilding happened as late as 2015 with the help of the Chinese apparently, and that's what these coaches and tracks are from. So we've just made it to Cuito. This is where we got off the train, and our plan is to go to the bus station and figure out our onward journey. But this is what a typical train station looks like. So
the journey was so beautiful. The scenery was like constantly nice. I loved this journey.
Yeah,
and I think this is one of the most comfortable journeys we've taken.
Okay, we're crossing the tracks. All right.